And welcome into another edition of Inside Panther Sports. George Young in studio today with Cross Country head coach Rita Esterwood. Been the head coach since 2011, the girls team, and combined both men's and women's that year. And you've been around running for a long time, Rita. It's good to have you in studio today.
Thank you.
Talk about cross country. You've been a runner for a long time.
With the athletes that are in cross country, it's just amazing the amount of discipline and commitment that they have to have. The ones that are going to succeed are the most disciplined, and they don't take shortcuts. They, you give them a workout, and they're disappointed in themselves if they don't complete the workout, don't do every mile, every stride, every core workout that they're supposed to do. Just the amount of dedication and commitment that it requires to be at the level that they were able to achieve this year is just incredible.
This year's team specifically really improved throughout the year. You were telling me about some of the times that they had improved from the beginning of the year until this past state meet, which you guys did qualify. You got to be proud about that.
Oh yeah, definitely. You never know if you're pushing them too hard or if the workouts are not hard enough or are too hard. Once you start, hearing about little aches and pains and hamstrings and quads and hip injuries or whatever, you start kind of doubting yourself or questioning yourself. But these guys were real good about being able to figure out what is just the pain of running, because running in itself is painful. You're going to hurt, you're going to be sore, all that kind of stuff. But what was really an injury, what we needed to pay attention to, and what was just the pain of getting in enough shape and conditioning to compete against 1,000 other runners. So these guys were real intuitive, real smart about that kind of stuff. One of the sayings that we say is train smart and race stupid. You need to really train smart and have the smarts to know when you should stop because of an injury, when you need to keep going and push through. It's just your mind telling you that you don't want to go any further. And then once it comes to race day, you're supposed to turn off your brain and just go and gut it out and do what you know how to do. So this team was really a smart team as far as training, knowing when to back down and when they just didn't want to do it, and so they need to push themselves a little bit harder. So
joined by a couple of cross country runners for the Panthers, Dylan Garcia and Maria Scrow have joined us. Both of you girls are juniors, so you'll be heading into your senior season next year. They just finished the cross country season, regionals and state meet. What will you remember about this year's state meet and regionals?
It being so cold.
Because last year it was a week before. Like this week, or not this week, but this year it was a week delayed. And I don't know if that's why it was colder, but it was just, I remember being...
It was a lot warmer last year.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, that. And also the regionals meet wasn't, it was in Asheville at ACA, which isn't the same continuous loop 3 times. It's kind of like branches off, goes into a corn maze, whereas this was the same loop 3 times. So it was kind of, it's a very mental sport. So it was just a struggle to do that.
And you guys didn't perform as well as you wanted to at the state meet, but I think it was an accomplishment, and most of the folks that I've talked to are very proud of the fact that you guys qualified for the state.
Yes, this is mine and Dylan's 3rd year making it to state, and at the regionals meet we were very unsure on how it was going to go because it's right now our team is 2 juniors and 4 freshmen, and usually you don't hear about teams like that making it to state, but we pulled through and did it, and I was very surprised but so excited. Like when they called us out to make it to state, it was the best feeling ever.
Because I remember I could have qualified it individually. If you make the top 7 individually, you go. And I remember they didn't call out my name, and I was the first of the individuals, and
our
my
eyes
heart just dropped.
Yeah,
I was
all
like,
our eyes were
it happened. Everything worked into place and everything like that.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Well, you girls are juniors, as we mentioned, and so you've got one more year to run. And expectations heading into next year. What do you guys think that you guys will be able to do in 2020?
I'm hoping to get drop more time because I believe that we can. I believe that with training over the summer and training throughout the season and having your teammates to motivate you, you can drop as much time as you believe you can. So I believe that we can drop maybe a minute or so, just however many we believe we can.
I think expectations for me this season and for me and Maria is to have we had such a great team this year. I'm just going to say this for myself. I wouldn't have made it this far if I didn't have Coach, the guys' team, and our girls' team just being all together. Because it's really, cross country is one of the most mental sports you'll ever play in your high school career. And we just had such a mentally strong team, people who wanted to be out there and run 7 miles.
And it really made us better people too, like wanting to be strong and be a leader for them because we were the oldest on the team and we wanted to be good role models for the upcoming runners and like the foundation of the team.
You guys, just like the girls team, really improved throughout the season, able to qualify for the state meet, which was at the beginning of November, able to qualify for regionals and then to state. Talk about the season overall, guys. I know that you improved your time as a combined team of about 12 minutes from the beginning of the year to the end of the season, right?
We trained hard through the season, and then sort of towards the end, some of us started getting injuries, like little things starting to pop up, but we just worked through it, I guess.
And you're able to qualify your team and individually for the state meet and the regional meet. Think back, something that you'll take from this 2019 season at the state meet and then at the regional meet. What you going to remember the most about those meets?
Going out way too fast.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because like freshman year I finished like 100th and 40th, and then this year I finished 11th. So that's weird to think that.
That's a big jump.
Yeah.
That is a big jump. Well, that means next year, who knows? Who knows what will happen next year if you've improved that much and finished 11th. Speaking of next year, 2020, you guys are both juniors, and so next year will be your senior year. Expectations heading in, just talked about how much you've improved in your ranking there. Ethan, what do you guys hope for in your senior season?
Sub 16.
Yeah. And for our team to win conference, hopefully get second in the region, and then place decent as a team.
At state.
Yeah.
And that would make you a back-to-back conference champions, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys won it this year.
Yeah.
You need to brag on yourself a little bit.
We won it by 1 point from Brevard, and then at regionals we beat them by, I don't know. It was
a bunch.
Yeah, it was a couple. And then at state we beat them by like 100 points.
You guys just finished the 2019 season.
Yeah.
2020, be here before you know it.
Yep.
Next year,
Yep.
Expectations as the coach.
Yeah. I think boys teams has conference in the bag. I think they have the strength, and we don't have a lot of depth. We could use 2 or 3 more runners just in case injuries do pop up, and that would be really nice. Regionals, I think they can place high in. We have a couple teams that have joined our region that are pretty good runners, but there's always that chance. I really believe that, they could be regional champs too. At the state level, I think they can continue to place higher. If you look over the past years, there was, I think 2016, the team didn't even, there was only 2 runners that went to state. 2017, they finished 16th. 2018, I think it was either 16th or 15th, and then they finished 5th? Ninth this season. So they've, and that's how you have to do it in cross country. You can't go from like 17th to first place. You have to kind of just drop little by little because your body just has to be able to tolerate the wear and tear and the conditioning and the fitness and everything else that it requires to kind of inch your way up there. But I think they have a lot of potential. The guys that are running now are convinced that they need to do summer training. The girls that are running now know that they need. We probably had just half of the boys team and half of the girls team do any summer training at all without coming in August 1st cold. And that's really hard because we have to start doing some of our speed work and our hard work that really puts the wear and tear on your body at that point, and without getting them injured. by the time that we need them for the races. So it's a real kind of balancing act. But I think the entire team, both girls, both boys, are convinced, okay, we need to run in the summer. I'm not going to mess around this year. We have a potential. We've seen what we can accomplish. So they're kind of sitting pretty for next season. So.
Well, good luck
Thanks.
in the 2020 campaign, and thanks for coming by.
Thanks.